Welcome to MapleWoodian.com podcast. We have on the phone Shona Roebuck. How are you doing, Shona?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. So we are talking to you. For those who don't know, you have a good deal of experience in Maplewood and South Orange, directing, acting, performing, and now this weekend at the Interact Productions Theater Productions performance of Winnie the Pooh. That'll be at the Baird in South Orange, but it has a good number of Maplewood children in it, and you yourself are also from Maplewood. Tell us about this show that has a good crop of young actors and actresses performing, and basically, what can people expect who might think they know the Winnie the Pooh story to have this kind of local production? What is it going to be about, and how was it to get all these kids together?
Well, it's the very classic Winnie the Pooh, as most of you know. This story is particular about when Kanga and Roo join Winnie the Pooh. So it's really fun and brought by those kids they range from 3rd to 8th grade, so a nice variety. A lot of Maplewood kids, as you said, a lot of kids from Tuscan, for sure. And we open on Friday. We have a 7 p.m. show Friday and Saturday, and 2 p.m. shows on Saturday and Sunday. All of the kids auditioned for us. We had about 60 to 70 kids audition for us, and we shrunk that number down to a little under 30 who, really earned their parts and their roles, and it's going to be a great show. They're doing such a great job with it.
Now, for those who don't know, you were a Columbia High School graduate,
yeah,
and then you went on to Rutgers and studying drama and performing. How did you get involved with Interact and with this particular performance, which, if you had that many students auditioning, how do you even sort of wade through all of them and choose who's going to be in? That must have been some kind of experience.
Yeah, I mean, it's always really, really tough auditioning, especially kids, and, shrinking down numbers, because especially when they're young, it's an even harder process if we can't accept all of them. It's really based on, just who's true to the part, who is the character, and just because, some kids don't make the production, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean whether they're, talented or not talented. They were all extremely talented. It's just who best fits the part, just like in a professional production. It's just it's harder to, say that and do that when you're working with children. So it really is a heart-wrenching experience every time I step into an audition room with kids and can't take all of them. So it's really challenging.
Now, is this the first directing you've done?
No, this is Interact's second youth production. I directed for them last year. Last year we did Charlotte's Web, which was a great show. And
sure.
I also have my own musical theater camp in the summer, which actually is in Maplewood at Morrow Church. It's called MMTC. It's a 1-week musical theater camp for entering 4th to 8th graders, and it's all charity-based. Each year we have a different charity, and all our proceeds go to charity. And this year we're doing Peter Pan Jr. in August. We have about 80 kids in our production, and all the proceeds are going to go to hunger alleviation this year. Last year they went to Hurricane Sandy relief, and we were able to raise about $7,000, which was great.
Excellent. And for those who want more information on you, you have your own website, ShonaRoebuck.com, which we will have a link to on this interview. But to tell us about sort of your background, how you went from college to all the things you're doing now. You have a broad spectrum of teaching and acting, and where do you want to go? Is it more directing or performing you want to do, or are you kind of getting a feel of everything? And it's also a very busy schedule for yourself.
Yes, it's very busy, and I am scattered all over. It all just kind of came to be. I just kind of let it happen. Backtracking it's challenging because I started, obviously I did a lot of assistant teaching and stuff here when I was growing up in high school. I used to go to Betty White Dance Center, which is now Inspirational Dance, did a lot of assistant teaching there, did a lot of teaching at the Bergdorf. I've always kind of been teaching. Then even when I was at college, I would come back here to teach on the weekends at what used to be Pam Dance and is now Theater Next Door and Dance Life Academy in South Orange. And from there, it was just, one thing after another, networking, meeting people. I teach music together now in town with Kelly Hines and Music and More with Kelly, which led to just more dancing and teaching and performing, and it just all kind of led. It just all happened, which was really, really nice. In terms of where I see myself, I'm kind of letting myself go with the flow right now. I obviously would like to be on stage more, doing more professional performing, and then maybe eventually open up my own studio. But I'm just going with the flow right now and enjoying where life is bringing me.
Now, you did a lot of performances when you were at Columbia. How did that help you, or maybe not? Maybe did you have to go beyond the high school to get your feet wet when you were in high school?
I started actually performing, at least in high school, a little bit late. I was on the fencing team, which took up a lot of my time.
And for those who don't know, the fencing team in Columbia is one of the world-class teams that have done very well over the years.
We have Olympic winners as our trainers, or at least when I was there, and I was on their fencing team for a little bit, and the tennis team, and then I only joined I did the last 2 productions of my years there, and in senior year I was Audrey in Little Shop of Horrors, which was a phenomenal experience and great character to play and portray, and really helped me grow a lot when I was at Columbia, and I'm actually still in communication with the choreographers there and stuff. So, and their kids have done my MMTC camp, so it's one big circle.
What do you think people who maybe have kids, obviously a lot of the kids are in the productions you're doing, but who have children even younger than the grade school kids you're auditioning, or maybe older kids, is it tougher now for young, there's a few kids that have come out of Columbia, we know, wasn't it Zach Braff is one of the alum, and Elizabeth Shue, and others, so there's a history to the school, to the area. Is it tougher now for young people who want to kind of work their way up, or is it easier? Is there more outlets?
I think it's both in some senses. It's still extremely challenging, and people like Zach Braff and everything, they obviously work extremely hard, but some of it is also having chance and a little bit of luck on their side. Just as I was saying about casting show, it's just who's right for the part at the right time. So in general, the business is a very challenging business. However, there are lots of opportunities, especially in our town, because we have so many really well-known actors and singers and everything, that there are a lot of opportunities for kids to grow in our town. We have a lot of acting classes, dancing, singing, so there's lots of educational experiences, I think, especially in Maplewood.
And do you think, now is your approach, you're doing a lot of things around here, around North Jersey, around Maplewood, do you go into the Broadway audition circus? Is that something you've sought to do or will do, or is that sort of working your way up to that still?
Yes, absolutely, and I have gone to a few of them, but it's a very hard business, and it just takes some time and constant work into it. So I'm still trying.
Okay, and then now after the Winnie the Pooh, you said there's another production that's going to be coming out of Maplewood at Morrow. Tell us about that.
Yes, I run a musical theater camp 1 week for entering 4th to 8th graders over the summer, and all the proceeds go to charity. Last year we did Hurricane Sandy relief, and we were able to raise $7,000 in 3 performances, which was amazing, outstanding, and they got to go on a field trip and see some of the places where the money was going to be going, and it was really inspirational to them. This year we're doing Peter Pan Jr., which is going to be a ton of fun with about 80 kids, and all the proceeds are going to hunger alleviation, actually, in our local communities. So it's going to be a really wonderful experience.
Now, 80 kids, how are you going to corral that group of cats? That's...
It's fun, to say the least. It's very fun. A lot of great helpers, volunteers. We have a lot of alumni from the camp who come back, a lot of high schoolers who come back and help, a lot of local professionals who come in and help out. It's all about just having an amazing, extremely wonderful group of volunteers and team who just care so much about the program and put everything into it.
Excellent. Let's remind everyone this weekend it's Winnie the Pooh at the Baird. You can go to interactproductions.org to find out the times, get tickets, and Shona's website is shonaroebuck.com. Find out all about her. And if you want teaching or have any openings for something she might be involved with, reach out, and we'll look forward to the show and to great things from you in the future.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Be well.